This is Yoga Sculpt. So again, set of medium to heavy weights at your choice. A set of light weights for just upper body that will do. And then a block. You also have the option for the set of light weights around your ankles, 1 or 2 pounds, typically what they're in. All right, we're gonna start in a child's pose. Knees are wide, toes to touch, pressing your hips back. Extend your arms out in front. You're welcome to place a block underneath your forehead, bringing that earth closer up towards you. Focusing here on your breath. Deep inhales, filling your belly, ribs, and lungs all the way to the top. Exhale, ribs, lungs, belly, full exhale. Feel your belly rise, belly fall with your breath. Actively stretching your fingertips long out in front, pressing your hips in towards your heels. You're gently rocking your forehead side to side on the floor or on that block. Bumping your hips from side to side. We're going to have that lower body here. Filling your forehead. Moving your hips. From here, we're going to thread the needle. Reach your right arm high towards the ceiling. Reach it under and through the left side body. Once more, lift the right arm high. Reach it under and through the left side body, maybe placing your right ear cheek on the floor or on that block. Stretch and lift fingertips long. Reach your left arm high. Deep inhale. Exhale, extend your right arm out in front. Inhale, left arm sweeps up high overhead. Exhale, left arm under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift once more. Exhale, reach your left hand under and through the right side body, placing your left ear or cheek to the floor or to a block. Holding and breathing. Inhale, lift your left arm high. Exhale, extend arm out in front. One more stretch, actively stretching your fingertips long, hips in towards your heels. Hold it for the exhale. On your inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Wrists directly under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Deep inhale. Exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. Gaze towards the tops of your thighs. Come to neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your gaze. Exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. Moving here with your breath, tucking your toes, coming through the inhale, lift your gaze. Untuck your toes on the exhale. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, untuck. From here, come back to a neutral spine, back is flat. Maybe bump your hips side to side. Maybe do a few barrel rolls. You can gently walk your hands a palm print forward, bringing your hips towards your wrists. Down to one side, hips towards heels, up to the other. And what you do in one direction, just make sure you switch directions. Moving here with control. Barrel rolls, maybe hips side to side, whatever is comfortable for you today. When you're ready, walk your hands back under your shoulders. We're going to grab that set of light weight. So light weight to you can be any weight of choice. I'm doing 1 pound dumbbells. You can also do it with just your body weight. We'll need one weight with your right hand. Extend your right arm, left leg long. From here, lift your right arm, left leg. Draw them in. And extend. Tuck it in. And extend. 8 more. Tuck it in. And extend. You got 7. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale to extend. 5 more. Stay with it. Crunch. And extend. Crunch. And extend. 2 more. Right toes can be tucked or extended. Hold the right arm, left leg extended from here. Flex your left toes. We're going to lower and lift. 9 more. Lower and lift. That left leg is straight. You can release your right hand at any point in time down to the floor. Hold it lifted. You can tuck your right hand behind your back. 5 more. Lift and lower. 4 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold the left leg lifted from here. We're going to pulse it for 10 and 9. That's 8. Navel's pulled into your spine, deep into your core. 6 more and 5. That's 4. Tiny lifts for 3, 2, and 1. Hold the left leg lifted from here. We're going to bend the knee and extend. 9 more. Core is engaged. Hold it here, your tripod. That right arm lifted, or you can keep that right hand down, coming back to that tabletop position. 5 more. Bend and extend. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. All right, on the next one, hold that left knee bent. From here, we're going to tap towards the right knee and press it up. 9 more. And 8. That's 7. Last 6. Stay with it. You've got 5 more. Two. And 1. On the next one, hold that left knee in line with your right. You can release your right hand down, or you can come onto your right forearm. Left hand's boxed out. From here, we're going to lift and lower that left leg, fire hydrant. You've got 9 more if you're with me. Think slow and controlled. And 7. That's 6. You've got 5 more here. We're going to grab that block, setting the weights off to the side. And 4. That's 3. 2. And 1. Release that left knee down. Come back to your right hand if you have that forearm lowered. Maybe bump your hip side to side. Gently set that weight off to the side if you have one in your right hand. We're going to grab a block. Place it between your thighs. From here, grab one heavy weight. Go heavy. Bring it towards your right hand. Tuck your toes. Lifting your knees, coming into that bear crawl position. With your left hand, grab that weight with your right. Place it over to the left side. Place your left hand down. Grab the weight with your right hand. Draw it across. Release down. You can always set your knees down at any time. Coming back to that tabletop position. If you'd like to add more heat to the core, tuck your toes. Hovering your shins in bear. That's it. Drawing it from one side to the next. The goal here, whether you have your knees down or lifted in that bear crawl position, you're squeezing that block with your thighs. Avoid letting your hips rock from side to side. Keep it going. Give me 2 more on each side. That's it. Over to the left. Over to the right. 1 more on each side. All right, set that weight off to the right side. Release your knees down. Set that block off to the side. Press your hips back with your toes tucked. All right, come back. Grab that light weight. If you use one in the right hand, grab it with your left. Toes can be relaxed or tucked. Coming back to our tabletop position. Extend your left arm long. Extend your right leg long. Lift it up. Crunch it in for 10. And extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. 8 more. Stay with it. Keep it going. 6 more. You've got this. You've been here before. Repeating the same moves with the left arm, right leg. 4 more. And all right, last one. Hold that right leg extended. You can release that left hand down or hold it lifted. Flex your right toes. From here, we're going to lower and lift for 10. And 9. That's 8. and 7, 6 more, and 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the right leg lifted. We're going to pulse it for 10, and 9. Hold it high. 8 more. You got 7. That's 6. 5 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Hold it lifted. Keep the right toes flexed. Bend and extend. 9 more. Bend and extend. That left hand can be behind your back, palm facing up. You can also release that left hand down on your left shoulder. Hold it extended out in front. You can also cactus that arm, bending your elbow. Palm is facing down. 2 more. Bend and extend. Hold the knee down the next one. Draw the knee in line with the left. Kick it up. 9 more. Draw it down. Kick it up. That's it. Stay with it. Few more here. All right, 5 more. And 4. That's 3. Last 2. And 1. Hold that right knee down. Set the weight off to the side. Come down onto your left wrist or your left forearm, keeping that right hand boxed out. We're going to open and close. Fire hydrant to the right side with that right knee. 9 more. And 8. That's 7. Back is still flat whether you're on that left forearm or your left wrist. Stay with it. 6 more. You got it. Last 4. 3 more. 2 more. Last 1. All right, come on up. Grab that block again. All right, grab one weight, heavy weight, go heavy here, in each hand. We're gonna come back to that tabletop position. Option 1, give me an alternating narrow row. Drawing your thumb up towards the same chest, same rib cage. Option 2, you can tuck those toes, hovering your shins, and rowing. Roll it up and back. Keep it going. Try not to rock the hips side to side. The engagement is in your core. Give me 4 more of each. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. All right, catch your breath. All right, come back to that tabletop. All right, keeping that block between your thighs. Keep those hands in your weights. We're going to tuck our toes, come up to a downward facing dog. Keep a soft bend in the knees with the weights. Walk your hands back towards your toes. Hold them off to the side. From here, walk your hands towards your feet. We're going to come into a forward fold. Let your neck hang nice and loose. Give me a half lift, hands to shins. Crown of your head pulling towards the top of your mat. Come back to that forward fold. Release your left hand down to the floor. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Circle out that right wrist. Release your right hand down. Open your left arm up towards the ceiling. That block between your thighs will limit how far you can open up the shoulder. Circle out your left wrist. Release your hands back down. Extend your arms back behind you. You can place your hands on your lower back, or you can bind your hands, lifting your arms up, coming back to that forward fold. Stretching the chest, stretching your shoulders. Maybe sway your arms side to side. Release your arms back down. Release that bind. Come back. Grab opposite elbows. Still in that forward fold, coming to that ragdoll, sway side to side. You still have that block between your thighs. Just rolling side to side. Just gentle sway. Release your arms back down to the floor. Then roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Still with that block between your thighs. Going to turn and face you all. From here, reach your arms up high overhead. Clasp your fingers, release your pointer fingers, biceps towards your ears. Bend the body over to the right. crescent moon. Inhale, rise back up to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend over to the left. Come back through center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend over to the right, stacking your left shoulder on top of your right. Inhale to rise. Exhale, down to the left. That's it. Come back up through center. Switch your thumbs. Crossing the opposite thumb over. Come on over to the right side. 2 more times on each side. Rise back up. Squeeze your thighs together. Squeeze that block. Over to the left side. Inhale to rise. Over to the right. Inhale to rise. Over to the left. Last time. Inhale to rise. All right, grab those set up light weights. You still have that block between your thighs. From here, we're going to come into our chair. So your feet are hip width apart and parallel, block between your thighs. Sink your hips down low. Tuck your hips under, so don't stick your booty out. Keep your hips tucked nice and under. Arms come forward, palms are facing in. Sweep your right arm back and forward, left arm. And forward, right arm. And left. Maybe sink your hips lower, 8 more. Sweep it back. And forward. 7 more. That's it. 6 more. Keep it going. Halfway there. 5 more. Chest is nice and lifted. Sinking low in your hips. And 4. Last 3. And 2. And 1. All right, set your light weights off to the side. Set that block off to the side. From here, we're going to keep that block off on the side, and we're going to grab those heavier weights. Go heavy here. You're going to need space behind you, and you're going to want a block out in front of you. You will see why. You got those weights. From here, we're going to have, just come face you guys just to start. Give me a hammer curl with a knee drive to an overhead press. Bring it back down, set the foot down, hammer curl, knee drive, overhead press. All right, hold it here. Open that right knee, cactus the arms. Bring everything back together. Again, open the knee, cactus the arms, and lift. From here, this is when you need to have that space behind you. We're going to hinge forward, kick that right leg back, swing the arms back. Rise up, arms overhead, knee drive. Kick it straight back. All right, we're going to hold it here. We're going to pulse it for 2 and 1. From here, release your hands down to that block. You can also just lower them to a hover or have an L step for 10. And lift. That's 9. And 8. You've got 7. And 6. 5 more. That's it. 3 more. You got it. Soft bend that same left leg. Last one. Hold that right leg back. We're going to rise up. So that left foot is forward. Right leg is staggered back. Give me a single leg deadlift. To a chin raise. You got 10. And 9. And 8. That's 7. Stay with it. And 6. Last 5. And 4. 3 more. And 2. Last 1. All right, shake it out. You ready to do it again? We're going to repeat those exact same moves with that right leg once more. All right, grab the weights of choice. Maybe swap out your weights if you would like. Give me that hammer curl to a knee drive. Hold the knee drive, overhead press. Release it down, set the leg down, arms by your side. Once more, hammer curl, knee drive, overhead press. Hold it here. Bend the elbows, draw that right knee out from the hip. Arms overhead, knee comes forward. Once more. Hold everything forward. Swing the arms back, kick the legs straight back. Coming into the bird dog. Rise up. Once more. Kick it back. Bring your hands to the floor, hovering or to that block. From here, L step, you got 10. And 9. That's 8. Last 7. 6 more. Core is engaged. Hips are squared. Halfway. And 4. That's 3. 2 more. Last 1. All right, set that right leg down. Rise up, still with those weights. That right leg is staggered back. Have a soft bend in both of your knees. Give me that single leg deadlift. Rise up, keep going, chin lift. Release back down. Elbows are wide. You're gliding the weights on the front of your left shin. The goal is not to reach towards your toes. The goal is to use your lower body, your core, and your back. Once you can't extend any further without using your upper body, then you use your lower body and your abs to roll up. Your back is flat. Where your body hinges, your gaze and your neck follows. 3 more. 2 more. Stay with it. Last 1. All right, shake it out. Grab a sip of water. And we're going to repeat that exact same thing 2 times on the left side. So just to start with facing you, make sure you have that block in front of you if you want to use it when we come into our bird. Palms facing in. Left knee drive, hammer curl, hold that knee drive. Give me an overhead press. Release it down, set the foot down, arms by your side. Knee drive, overhead press. Hold the knee drive, hold the overhead press. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms. You open that left hip. Draw everything back together. Once more. Bend the elbows, open the hip. Draw everything in line. Now hold that knee forward, arms overhead, hinge forward, kick that left leg straight back, arms swing back. Draw everything up. Once more, kick it back, arms swing back. Hold it here. You can release your hands down to that block. Lower L step for 10. Left toes flex, you've got 9. And 8. That's 7. 6 more. 5 more. Last 4. 3. 2 more. And 1. All right, step that left leg back behind the right. Rise up. Bring your hands, palms facing in towards your body. Soft bend both of your knees. Give me that single leg deadlift. Do a chin raise. Elbows are wide. You rise to stand. That back heel is lifted. The front foot is entirely pressing towards the floor. Big toe to pinky toe. Straight back to your heel. You're gliding the weight down towards your right knee. Maybe down your shin, depending on your mobility on this side. Keep it going. 6 more. Single leg deadlift. Chin lift. 5 more. Reach. And as you rise, pull up. Last 3. Pressing your hips back. Last 2. Last 1. All right, shake it out, right back to the top. Keep your hands by your side, working that left leg once more. Do that hammer curl to a knee drive, overhead press, release it down, set the leg down, release your arms slow and controlled. Hammer curl knee drive, overhead press, hold it here. Open that left hip, cactus the elbows, draw everything back in line. Once more, open the hip, bend the elbows, draw everything back in line. We're going to kick that left leg straight back as you hinge forward. Lift the arms, rise up, knee drive once more, and then we're going to hold in that hinge. Hinge forward, swing the arms back, release your hands down to the floor, in space or on that block. Left toes flex, left leg is straight. Do that L step for 10. And lift. That's 9. And 8. Core is engaged. Hips are squared. You've got it. 6 more. Keep a soft bend in that right knee. That right leg is your base. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Give me 1 more. Because they're so fun. All right, step that left leg back behind. Rise up. Come onto the ball of your back left foot. Arms by your side. Palms facing in. Shoulders pulled up and back. Give me that single leg deadlift. Rise up. Chin lift. And release. Things slow and control. You are not going for speed on these. Rise up. You've got 8 more. Keep it going. You've been here before. Slow and control. And again, the goal is not to come down towards your foot to see how deep you can draw your hands down your right leg. The goal is to use your lower body. Your glutes and hamstrings should be fired up now. Rise up and release. 4 more. And rise. Release down. 2 more. You are so close. Elbows are lifted high as you rise to stand. 1 more. All right, release it down. Shake it out. I know that lower body is probably screaming now. That's a good thing. Keep that block nearby. We're going to want to keep it in front. Try to face you guys here. All right. We're going to grab a set of lighter weights to start. Move off to the side so the block's not in the way. We're going to find a tree. So your left leg is your base. Draw the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left ankle, your left foot, your left calf, maybe your left thigh. The most important part is that you don't want that right leg out in front. You want it off to the side. You want to open up that hip. So don't compromise the hip opening for where you place that leg. 1 light weight in each hand. Hold it here. We have a V raise, palms facing in and lower. 9 more. Lift and lower, growing taller through the crown of your head. Arm raise and lower. 7 more. Keep it going. Halfway there on the right side, and of course we're going to switch, keeping everything symmetrical. 4 more. Navel pull into your spine. And 3. 2 more. Last 1. All right, release it down. Shake it out. Now we have the left side. Your right leg is your base. Same thing. Left sole of your foot to the inside of your right foot. Right ankle, right calf, maybe the inside of your left thigh. Most important thing is that your left hip is open. You're drawing that knee out, not bringing it forward. So keep that placement of your left foot in mind. Hands by your side, palms facing in this time. Give me that V raise. And lower. We're sculpting those shoulders. Lift and lower. 8 more. Very nice. Stay with it. If you get the weebles and wobbles, that's okay. If you fall out of it, that is okay. Come back into it. We'll be here. 6 more. Raise and lower. Halfway there. Slow and controlled. The momentum that you use to raise is the same speed you're using to lower down. Do not let gravity pull your arms down. 3 more. And 2. Last 1. All right. Relax it out. All right. We are going to grab 1 heavy weight. We're going to place a block in front of us. We're going to find a pyramid pose. So, walk up towards your block. We're going to step our left leg back a few feet, depending on your hip flexors. Your left toes are at 45 degrees, so they're not for a warrior pose, opening up to a horizontal. They're at a 45 degree. Your right foot is forward, and you want to square your hip. So imagine bumping your right hip back, left hip forward. From here, bring that weight in front of you, and we're going to lower and lift just like a good morning. and rise. That block is there to the inside of your right foot in case you want to set the weight off to the side and you want to just place your hands on that block to lift and lower. 8 more. Your legs are straight. Of course, you would have a micro bend in your knees. As you fold forward, letting your neck hang. Keep it going. 6 more and rise. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. And 1. All right, gently rise up. I was gonna add on, but given the time, we're gonna move on to the opposite side. We'll add on next time, coming to revolve pyramid and some fun half moon stuff. So come back towards your block a few inches away from your block. This time, step your right foot back a few feet depending on your height. That right toe is at a 45-degree angle. Your left toe is forward. Most important thing, we're not opening our hips over to where our right toes are facing. You want your hips gazing in that same direction as your left foot. So think, press your left hip back, right hip forward. Palms are in between that block, that weight. In between your palms, rise up, crunch down, flat back, pyramid stance. But we're doing some good mornings. Hinge forward, 9 more. Legs are straight and rise. You're gonna feel that nice stretch in the back side of your legs and the inner and outer thighs here. And rise. 7 more. Slow and controlled. If you get a little weebly and wobbly as you come up, slow it down. Core is engaged. And rise. As you hinge forward, think about letting the crown of your head come down towards the floor. And lift. Keep it going. And rise. All right, we're going to use that block once more. That block is going to be behind your feet. You're in a wide stance. Heels are in, toes turned out. We're going to keep that weight. Go heavy here between your palms. Staying up nice and tall. We're going to come down to a squat, maybe tapping that block and rise up. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, you can set that block to a lower setting. You can go heavier on the weights. Squat down, tap, and lift. 7 more. Chest stays lifted here. We are firing up those inner and outer thighs. And lift. And of course, you do not have to tap that block. That is just a gauge of how low you want to try to go. Maybe widen your stance. Make sure your knees are tracking out over your toes, not past your toes. So what I mean by that is you're not coming to a knock-kneed stance. Your knees are nice and wide as you come down and rise. Give me 2 more. And lift. All right, rise up. Set the block off to the side. Swap out those weights for a lighter set. Of course, you can go heavier if you would like. We're going to find a boat pose here. So, boat pose options. You can have your feet on the floor. When I say we're going to tap, instead of tapping, I want you to lift and lower. Option 2, you can have your shins hovering, your feet are lifted in space. Option 3, your legs can be extended. So wherever you want to be, option 1, 2, or 3. Remember, if your feet are on the floor, when I say tap, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to lift. So from here, we're going to tap the right leg, pull the left arm, and release. Pull, tap, and release. 8 more. Keep it going. If your feet are on the floor, remember you're lifting that right foot. You're keeping a bend in your knees unless your legs were straight to begin with. You're working the opposite arm, Left leg, right arm is not moving. 2 more. Last one. All right, hold the arms out in front. Hold the legs where you're at. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right palm facing down. Tap, pull, release, extend. Tap, pull, release, extend. Now remember, if your toes are on the floor, you're lifting that left leg. You're pulling your right arm. 6 more. Navel is pulled into your spine. You can always sit upright. You can always plant your opposite non-working hands to support your body. Keep it going. 2 more. Can you guess what's coming next? Double legs, double arms. Oh yes. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Double tap, pull, and lift. Double tap, pull, and lift. 8 more. Keep it going. That's it. Halfway there. That's 2. And 1. All right. Release those light weights off to the side. Go heavy here. Trust me, we're going to work just the lower body so you can go heavy. We're going to roll all the way back onto our back. Your back is flat on the floor. Keep your shoulders onto the ground. If you're using that weight, we're going to place the weight on your hips. One heavy weight on the hips. Zip your legs together so your ankles, your toes, your knees, everything is touching. From here, shoulders stay pressed into the floor. We're going to lift and lower for 10 and release. You've got 9 and 8. That's 7. 6 more. Last 5. 4. Shoulders pressed into the floor. They're not lifting up off the ground, just your glutes. Last 2 and 1. All right, release your hips. Walk your feet out to hip width apart. Your knees are also hip width apart. Still with the weights on your hips. Lift and lower for 10. And tap. 9. And tap. 8. And 7. 6. 5 more. Last 3. 2. And 1. Release your hips down. Keep your feet where they're at. Zip your thighs together, knees together. We're in that knock-knee position, so with the weight on your hips. Lift and lower for 10. Squeeze your glutes. And 9. That's 8. 7 more. Yes, you can. You've got 6. 5 more. Last 3. 2 more. And 1. Release your hips down. Release your knees. Walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat, wider than your hips. Toes are slightly turned out. So with the weight on your hips, you guessed it, you know what we're going to do. Lift and lower. You've got 10. And 9. That's 8. Make sure you're holding those weights. 7. And 6. 5 more. 3. 2 more. On the next one, I want you to hold your hips high. Press it out for 10 and 9. This is it. 8 and 7. You've got 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the press out. You got it here. Hold it here. You're already in 7, 6, 5, 4. It won't be fun without a hold. And 2. And 1, release your hips down. Set the weights off to the side. If you had them on your hips, curl your knees into a tiny ball. You can grab opposite wrists, opposite elbows. You can also grab the back side of your thighs, maybe rolling side to side. Lower back stretch. With your knees still in towards your chest, we're going to grab the outside of our foot. You can also keep that Grasp on your hamstrings and releasing your knees to the outer shoulders. Coming into happy baby. Maybe rolling side to side here. Nice lower back stretch. Come back to the middle, extend your left leg, maybe ninja, baby. Of course, what you do on one side, switch sides, extend the right leg. You can also just hold it and happy baby. You can come to a wide straddle, setting both of your legs. Lower back is pressed into the floor. You're welcome to draw the soles of your feet to touch. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. Keep your right knee by grabbing the lower shin. Extend your left leg long to a hover. Tuck your chin to your chest. And then pull that right knee to the outer right shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. Point, flex, circle out your right foot as you actively tuck your chin to your chest. Shin's hovering. Left toes flexed. Left leg is hovering. Left leg is straight. Just point, flex, circle out the right foot. Hold the right foot straight, release your left leg, release your shoulders. With your left hand, grab the outside of your right knee, release your right hand by your right hip, and pull your right knee across towards your left side, just gazing, gently looking over your right shoulder. Maybe extend your right arm long out to a T. You can also bend your right arm to that cactus. We did a lot of that in the beginning of the class. Come back to your single leg stretch, keeping your right knee in towards your right shoulder. When removing pose, circle out that right foot, maybe that right hip. And then switching sides, right leg is long to a hover, flex your right toes, left knee is in towards your left shoulder, avoiding your rib cage, just grabbing beneath your left knee. Point, flex, circle out your left foot as you actively tuck your chin to your chest. Maybe gazing down towards your navel, shoulders are lifted. Right toes remain flexed, right foot is hovering. Hold it for one more breath. On your exhale, release your shoulders, release your right leg down to the floor. With your right hand, grab the outside of your left knee. Release your left hand by your left hip and draw your left knee gently across the right side of your body over to your right hip, gently looking over your left shoulder. Maybe extend your left arm long, maybe bend your left elbow, cactus that arm, opening up that shoulder. Come back to center, keep that left knee in towards your left shoulder, maybe circling out your left hip, maybe your toes some more. Curl yourself back into a tiny ball. Rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. And when you're ready, come on up to a standing position. Feet are wider than your hips. Nice big inhale. And one more. Fantastic work today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed.